I want to show you how I do foundation double crochet when I am making my filet crochet blankets, really when I'm doing anything where I'd use a foundation chain, and the first row is a series of double crochet stitches. I use foundation double crochet. So what you're going to do is you're going to just chain 3 to start. 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to yarn over and go into that third chain from your hook and pull up a loop. Now, you should have 3 loops on your hook. You want to yarn over and just go through the first loop. What you've done is you've created a foundation chain, and now you're going to complete your double crochet stitch with the loops that are remaining on your hook. Okay, so that's a chain, this is a chain, this is your first stitch. These 2 chains are 1 double crochet. This bottom chain is the foundation chain. You have the foundation chain down here and your double crochet on top. So it's easier to see once it gets a little longer. So yarn over, go into that foundation chain in the bottom, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 1 loop. You've created another chain stitch, then complete your double crochet. You can see it starting to form a little better, and you can see those chain stitches on the bottom more clearly. The first one does not look like much, but when I design my patterns, this is the bottom of this first stitch, which is a chain 2. So I like to keep a stitch marker in it to make sure I don't accidentally pull it too tight, or if I do, I can still loosen it when I go around and do my border for my blankets. So I'll show that again. So you yarn over, you go into that bottom chain. So it's just right there. You can easily just go right through it, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1 loop. You've made the chain at the bottom, then just complete a double crochet. Yarn over to that chain, yarn over, pull through 1, chain stitch, double crochet stitch. So what you've got here is you've got 5 stitches. This chain 2 at the beginning counts as a stitch, and the bottom chain that we went into to start is the first chain of your foundation chain. So when you count this for a filet blanket or any blanket, you need to count these first chains as a stitch. When you come back and stitch into these, you need to stitch into the top of this chain at the end because it is a stitch. And all of these are the chains on the bottom, including this one, which doesn't really look like one, but that belongs with this first stitch here, the chain 2 that counts as a double crochet. So that's how I start my blankets, and that's kind of the anatomy of foundation double crochet as I do it and use it in my patterns.